Referring to the deal named the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the diplomats added that time is now running out. Without swift progress in light of Iran's fast-forwarding of its nuclear program, the JCPOA will very soon become an empty shell, offering a pessimistic assessment of efforts to revive the deal. The so-called E3 diplomats said in the statement that they still have not been able to get down to real negotiations. And in the latest coming in, the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has now said that the U.S. is preparing for alternatives in case efforts to revive a deal to curb Iran's nuclear ambitions collapses.
Two things. First, with regard to Iran, I would refer you to the statement that I saw published by the E3, by the United Kingdom, Germany, and France. And it made a few points. It said very clearly, time is running out. That Iran has still not engaged in real negotiations. Unless there is swift progress, the E3 said, the Iran nuclear agreement will become an empty shell. And what we've seen so far is Iran losing precious time by advancing totally new positions that are inconsistent with a return to the JCPOA. We continue in this hour, on this day, to pursue diplomacy because it remains, at this moment, the best option. But we are actively engaging with allies and partners on alternatives.
On the contrary, Iran has said that there has been reported progress in the talks on drawing up an agenda. Iranian officials maintain that they are serious about committing to these talks. But the West has accused Tehran of backtracking on the position it held earlier. Iran's top negotiator, Ali Bagheri Khani, has said that though good progress has been made with world powers, some actors persist to blame game instead of diplomacy. Iran also said that European countries have failed to offer constructive proposals to help salvage the deal. The 2015 agreement aimed to prevent Iran from developing an atomic bomb. The deal ensured sanctions relief in return for tight curbs on Iran's nuclear program. Now the US President Joe Biden has sought a mutual return to compliance with the deal, but Iran wants Washington to lift a raft of sanctions. The other countries in the deal are Britain, China, France, Germany and Russia. Beyond World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.
When it comes to aircraft carriers in the vast expanses of the Indo-Pacific, there's traditionally been only one major player. The giant vessels of the US Navy, projecting power towards friends and foes alike. But here at a defense industry show in the port city of Busan, the commander of the US Navy's Pacific Fleet inspects what South Korea hopes will be its first carrier. The incorporation of smart technologies combined with more sophisticated jets mean a new generation of smaller carriers is now within reach of more navies.
With short takeoff and vertical landing jets, carriers don't need big decks, and technology means they can operate in all weather.
Japan is converting 2 helicopter carriers to carry jets. But the biggest carrier expansion has been by China, rapidly acquiring its first 2, with perhaps 2 more under construction. And heading in East Asia's direction on its first major mission, the newly built Queen Elizabeth from the UK, hoping to promote the latest in carrier technology to customers eager to acquire it.
It sends a very, very clear message that this is like-minded nations wanting to work together. They're able to operate together.
But for many, it's a message that has echoes of a bygone colonial era.
Why the hell they should come to this part of the world? Totally nonsensical one. It reminds me of some kind of gunboat diplomacy of 19th century.
And whether South Korea needs a carrier is highly controversial, in spite of assurances the expenditure would benefit shipbuilding and defense industries.
South Korea has no experience in building an aircraft carrier yet, but in the course of developing technologies to build one, we would be generating thousands of extra jobs.
Supporters of the project also say the price tag is justified because if your neighbours have them, you better have one as well. But it faces widespread opposition from many political quarters and a sceptical public as South Korea continues to debate whether to take the plunge. Rob McBride, Al Jazeera, Busan, South Korea.